Hello everybody, this is JT Bear. I'm just going to do a little bit of quick pump maintenance today, and since these things are all pretty much built along the same lines, I thought I'd video it and maybe it'll answer a few questions for people. If not, leave any other questions you have in the comments below and I'll get back to them as quick as I can. Alright, let's get started. Well, as you can plainly see, that pump is quite filthy. And as is logical in that situation, it has really slowed down its rate of flow. So, let's start taking this apart. Now, bear in mind that these pumps are all a little bit different, but like I said, primarily the same. Once it's out of the water, you can clearly see right away just how much of that is blocked with filth. Now, that being said, a good system's probably not going to get an accumulation like this on your pump, because you'll have, settlement tanks and stuff. I still haven't got anything more than that little Folgers can waterfall onto my system because, well, I've had bigger fish to fry. But, let's take this apart. Alright, I apologize for the bad camera angle here. The sun is messing with me something fierce this morning. But, the front of this should just pull right off. Might need to get a fingernail into the separation point just to start it. Look at that. That's just nasty. I'm amazed this pump was working at all. I found this little brush at the dollar store in amongst a couple of wire brushes, the tool section, for cleaning battery connections, but it really works quite well for situations like this. So I'll just finish cleaning that off. Alright, now that we've got that first bit cleaned, we're going to take off the second piece. In the case of this pump here, it's a twist and a pull. Now you're going to want to be really incredibly careful with this white pin. If that gets bent, your system's probably not going to work too well. Once again, I'm going to clean this off, clean it out. Alright, now that I've got that cleaned off, here we have the basic drive behind the whole thing. In my case, this is a magnetic pump, and I can just pull this right out, if I can get a grip on it. And then there is a huge, powerful magnet that drives this inside the pump itself. And a bit more. Once again, I'm going to want to make sure that that white pin is super safe, super secure, doesn't get bent. Neighborhood dogs are going nuts today. Now, I'm going to want to give this a pretty thorough cleaning. Get off any massive chunks of nasty, and then once again we'll put it back together. Now, in the past I have had roots get tangled in the very back of this, so it is a good idea to be prepared to go in there with something like a Q-tip or I don't know, maybe even a wooden skewer. In my case I have these, I forget what they're called, but they get in there pretty well, and I'm able to get anything out. I'm lucky on this case, no roots in there today. Once you've got everything all kind of cleaned off, just goes back together the way you took it apart. Make sure everything moves properly. Make sure it twists snugly back into place. Slip your protective cover back on. And the basic pump part of this is done. But we're not quite done with the maintenance yet. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but I noticed when I removed the pump that I seem to have some growth inside the tube here. So I'm just going to pull this one off, and we'll take a look at that before I'm done. Alright, that wasn't so bad. That just turned out to be a little bit from what was growing on the outside that had started to dangle down. The glare is terrible. I wish I could put a polarized lens on this camera, but it's a little too cheap mode for that. Alright, so I'm just going to put the pump back on there, fire it up, make sure everything works properly. Before I turn that pump back on though, I stirred up a lot of mess in this tank, so I'm just going to go through there with the net and try and pull as much of that out as I can. Maybe scrub down the walls first too. Well, it sure seems like the pump is back to working like I had come to expect of it. Fantastic news. And there you go. This looks kind of empty without that tomato, doesn't it? Anyway, there you go. It's just that easy to clean the average fountain pump. Hope this helps somebody out there. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.